You know what time it is? It's TFNation time. Oh, hello, you fellow TF Nationals. It is I, Sam of SG1, your humble host, your purveyor of plastic, coming at you for another TFNation video. Yes, before I get into everything, sorry I haven't done a review this week. It's just been one of those weeks where I've just not had time. I just literally, next thing I know, I think, well, I'll do a review, but then I've got to go shopping, I've got to do this, I've got to do my washing, I've got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, got to tidy up, blah, blah, blah. And next thing I know, it's Thursday, you know what I mean? So I've just not had time to do a video. So I thought I'd do a video out. I thought I'd get a video out, rather. TFNation Questions. Let's get the hype train on the track and have it transform into a space shuttle and meet Artemis 2. Yes. All those pictures are sending back from the moon and that are fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah. So, what are we doing? So, we're just going to have a little bit of a recap of who's going to be at TFNation first. So, we've got actor Darren Norris. You may remember him from such films such as Team America, but he's also in Transformers Armada video game. He plays Red Alert. He's in Prime, obviously, for Knockout, which is the best character in Prime, quite honestly. We've got James Alexander, sorry, not Jason, that's another actor. That's from Seinfeld. James Alexander, when it loads, come on, because I'm going to have to check on... my computer's running real slow at the moment, I do apologise. Yeah, so he's been in things like... Impact F1, Horizon Call and Mountain Builders Gate, and he plays Megatron, Grimlock, Snarl, Chop Shop, and Galvatron in Transformers Cyberworld. So that's pretty cool. Then we've got Jessica Carroll, who is Elita 1 in Cyberworld, which is pretty cool. She's also in Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 as Queen of Moonbrook. Thomas and Friends, Asterix and Obelix, the Black... she's in Black Mirror. Cool. Yeah, so there's her. There is Scott Brownlee. Now, I can't wait to meet Scott Brownlee, actually, because everything's falling down, sorry. He worked on Sunbow cartoon, the 86 movie. He's the guy that did the vocoder for Soundwave. He put all the effects on it and stuff. Can't wait to meet him. So yes, he's a sound engineer. Not only did Transformers movie, but G.I. Joe, The Tick, Gem and the Holograms, Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines, My Little Pony, Inhumanoids, The Little Mermaid, Muppet Babies, and Rude Dog and the Dweebs. That's cool. That's fucking cool. And then we've got the man, the ledge, Mr. Vince DiCola. I don't need to introduce who he is. If you've seen the movie... he did the soundtrack. He did all the fucking fantastic stuff, fantastic music, and he's putting on a concert. I can't fucking wait. Did I mention I can't wait? And I can't wait to get this signed as well. So I've got the Transformers the movie soundtrack on CD to get signed. So that should be good. Yeah. So with that out of the way, then. Excuse me, very unprofessional. Let's have a drink. I've got some nice tea. Oh, I'm coming down with something. I think there's something in the air. I'm not, it's getting me. So, on a rating pad, I've made some notes. Yes, it's all split though, but it's still a rating pad. So then, let's get a crack on. We've got some questions to ask, and let's get the hype train going. And get everybody who's going to answer these questions. It should be a lot of fun. So what day are you getting there? Most people get there Friday. I get there Thursday. And the reason is, and I'm sure I've said this in every video every year, but for those of you who it's your first timers, I go Thursday because Thursday you can. All right, it's an extra night, but it's also an extra breakfast, hotel breakfast. So it's great. So basically, what that means is, me, John, and Sam, and then we eventually meet Lawrence. We come down on the bus on the Thursday. We get there about 3:30-ish, depending on traffic and that. But it's usually about 3:30. And because that way, we can go get a hotel sorted, we can dump our stuff in the room, have a chill out, and then, if something goes wrong, we can sort the hotel out. You're not missing things while you're trying to sort things out. So everything's done, and then you can just chill, have a chill out, speak to people that are already there, and have a good night. Because there's the night. There will be somebody with Cards Against Humanity or something like that, and there'll be a game in progress, and it's a good way of chilling out and having a laugh, really. Yes. So I get there Thursday and I leave Monday. Again, same thing. Is the convention's all done and dusted. We can have a chill out. We can chill out. Go pack all your suitcase and everything. Just have a chill out, and then next morning you have your last breakfast, and then you get your stuff together, and then you go. It's always sad on Monday when you sat there in the bar, because usually our bus doesn't leave till sort of mid-afternoon. So about 3:00. So we've got a good few hours to kill. So we sit in the bar and watch one people leave, and then it's your turn to leave, and then you get to the bus station, and that's it, it's done, and then 4 fucking hours on the coach. Then you finally get home, and it's done for you. So anyway, yeah. So that's question 1. Okay. So question number 2. What is the thing? Now, what I mean by that is, what is the thing you're after this year? That's not a holy grail. That's a separate question. But that's so. What is the thing? What is the one thing you want this year? Is it something new? Is it something old? Is it something that you've seen online? Is it Is it a figure? Is it a comic book? Is it something like that? Tell me. Me, the thing I want is Missing Link Ultra Magnus, because people are starting to get theirs now on pre-order, and there's a few videos that have already gone up, and that thing looks just fucking amazing. I also want Nemesis Prime. Grimlock should be out by then as well. I didn't get RC, but I should get RC. I've got Sunstreaker and Optimus Prime, and I should get the others. But yeah, that is the thing I want more than anything this year, is Missing Link Ultra Magnus. So what is your thing? Tell me. Next question. What's going to be your playlist? I know we're 111 sleeps away. I forgot to mention that earlier, but we are 111 sleeps away. What's your playlist? What do you like to listen to? Because I like to listen to Transformers the movie soundtrack, OVS. But I've been going through just on Spotify. If you just put in like classic metal or 80s metal or 90s metal and stuff, and you get some absolute fucking corking sound playlists. So I've been ploughing through them. It's just been a bit of everything, really. Still going through Ozzy's back catalogue, because God bless you, Ozzy. And so yeah, it's just a good mixture of everything. I like a bit of extra. I like a podcast or two as well. Audiobooks are great as well to listen to, unless you're with your mates and that in a car and you can chat and stuff like that. But sometimes, me, John and Sam talk, have a chat on the bus, but there's just a moments when you just want to, just chill out, and have sort of, have your pack up, because no doubt you'll bring pack up you'll buy a sandwich at Greg's or something, lunch on that on the way down, and then it's that time where you just want to, bit of headphones, but just look at the scenery as it's going past you. Granted, it's mostly motorways, but still, it's going to be, I like a bit, just a bit of everything. Audiobooks are really good. I haven't listened to many recently, is because, as you know, due to my unfortunate medical history, I'm unable to work at the moment, which is driving me fucking balmy, and I feel so guilty about it. I know I shouldn't go on it, and I know it's a private thing, but I feel so guilty about it. So I used to listen to audiobooks all the time, going to work and stuff, but I just don't listen to them as much as anymore. I have started Lord of the Rings though, so I'm listening to that, read by Andy Serkis. So it's just, the thing with Tolkien is though, he's a great writer, but he does waffle a bit. There's a lot of world building going on before you've actually got to the story, you know what I mean? But it's still pretty good though. So there's that I'm listening to at the minute. So yeah, it's just whenever I go out and on the bus, stick my headphones on, So yeah, so what's your playlist? To answer me. So question number up. Are you getting any autographs? Well, yes, is the answer. I am. I'm getting some autographs. I'm going to get everybody who's there. Going to sign my Vault book. Going to sign, Vince DiCola's going to sign that. I don't think Scott Brownlee had anything to do with the music. I don't think. I'll have to double check that. I don't think he did, but he's going to get that signed. And then both Scott and Vince are going to sign my DVD. That's signed by quite a lot of people. Yes. The autographs on there include. Let's get rid of that bit so I can show you a lot easier. So there's a lot of autographs on there, including the Basics legend, Mr. Chris McFeely, because on this particular version, he did an audio commentary. Yes, he did. So the autographs that are on here are Stan Bush, Sue Blue, Dan Gilvezan, Greg Berger, Michael Bell, Peter Cullen, Frank Welker, Paul Harding, Hal Rail, and Michael McConaughey, even though technically he's not in it, but I believe the tracks would have been in a deleted scene, so, yeah, so there's a lot of autographs on there, and it's one of my prized possessions that I own. I never thought I'd meet all these people that are in this film. So, yeah, so if I can get Vince DiCola on there, so he could put it there, and then Scott Brownlee across there would be nice. So, yes, I'll be autograph hunting as well. Yeah, so what's next? Question the 5th. Are you getting any art commissions? Now, it all depends really for me. It's one of those things, it's kind of, I will get some, but if you've been to TFNation before, you know what it's like. You think, oh, well, I'm going to do that panel. I'll go to the dealer's room. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. And then something will stop you getting it. It's not because you're going out your way not to get it. It's just you'll be distracted by something. Somebody will tap on the shoulder, and you'll be having a conversation for an hour, with somebody, which is all good. Don't get me wrong, it's all good, but your brain will just completely forget. So I do plan to get some John Paul's art, because I do like John Paul's art. Excuse me, but I like the way he's done. He's taken like Transformers, but then done movie posters in thingy. He's done like Wrath of Khan, Dawn of the Dead. I think Empire Strikes Back. He did one, but with Transformers. Done that movie poster, but with Transformers. The Dawn of the Dead one. I think he did that. I'm sure he did. Was basically Prime in Dark Awakening. It's Dark Awakening is the title, and it's just like the Dawn of the Dead poster, and Prime's head's all smashed up. And yeah, I want that. That's pretty cool. So I want that. So yeah, I'm going to get some art commissions. Yes. So number 6. Question number 6. Tat. What do I mean by tat? Tat is anything that isn't a Transformers figure. Now that means, I got this last year. It fell off the card. I was going to pin it up. This is a Transformers Energon transformable pen. Right? Okay. Yes. So it's an Optimus Prime pen. This is cool. So you transform him, so you just pull his arms out. Basically, almost exactly like the original toy. So you pull his arms out, and then what you do is you come to the back here, you pull that bit up, pull that bit down, pull that in, and then you pull out his little head, like so. And then you can put the other head on there. You can even open the chest plate as well, just like the original toy. But you can't stand up or anything, so you can do with all that. But one of the best things it does is, one of the, is it this? Yeah, this one. This, hang on, come on, stay up, there we are. This fuel tank, when you press it, it goes, and it's a fucking pen. So yeah, so that's what I mean by tat. Stuff like this, that isn't really a figure, but it's got the Transformers license. So I'm going to keep it in vehicle mode, because I'm going to see if I can get it on the card. I want to get it on the card and pin it up somewhere, because when I got it home, and that was my intention of it. The card was a bit knackered anyway, but the glue, I put it down and the glue just shifted and it fell out. So bit of a shame, but it's pretty cool, and it's got wheels, it rolls, it's just so bizarre. But anyway, yeah, stuff like that is what I call tat. I got a few years ago as well, I got a fucking really shit oversized, like an embossed Optimus Prime badge from like 1984. This thing from Bluebird, I think they were. It is awful, and I only paid, I don't know, about £4, £3, £4 for it. So yeah, because that will be your homework. I'll do a separate video about homework. Excuse me. Yeah, so, yeah, I want to see tat. Show me your tat. So yeah, so that's question number 6. So number 7, are you seeing any panels? Yes, usually. Because I don't queue. I hate queuing. I mean, I'll queue for an autograph farm, but I ain't queuing for the fucking door to be opened at the dealer's room. Because the stuff that I want, I'll go into all that anyway when I do my do's and don'ts, which will be a couple of weeks yet anyway. Yeah, I don't like to queue. So during the so I go watch the opening ceremony, and then I go watch a panel in the morning. And they haven't announced any panels yet, because we're a few weeks away yet. So, well, 111 sleeps to be precise. So they don't usually do the schedule until we're closer to the event. So definitely going to watch Vince DeCola's and Scott Brownlee's and Darren Norris, because I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him in the Spotswood voice. Have you ever seen a man try and eat his own head? Yeah, that guy. I want to ask him that question, see what he says. Because I fucking love that movie. Absolutely fucking love that movie. I'm going to get that signed as well. Yeah. It's in fact, I might put it on while I'm editing this video. Yeah, it's because I want him to get it on the DVD card. I want him to put to Tony 911 times 1,000 to Darren Norris, because it's just a stupid fucking movie. I fucking love it. But yeah, yeah. So his panels will be good. And see what other panels on. The comic book guy panels are always good. Simon Fairman always puts on a good show. I loved the Dreamwave one last year. That was just fucking fantastic. Because I'm on a mission to buy every Dreamwave comic that was ever released. Everything Dreamwave. So that's graphic novels, preview books, anything with Transformers in it, I will get. And I have mostly everything. I've got a complete run of everything. It's just variant covers I'm missing, like exclusive covers, like retailer incentives. I'm only missing one retailer incentive, and that's volume 3, issue 2 or 3. The one with it's got Sunstorm on it. That's the only variant, the only retailer incentive I'm missing. And the wraparound issue 1 for volume 1. They're the only retail incentives I'm missing, but it's the autograph ones, and there's a few here and there I'm missing. But you know, I've been trolling the Evil Bay, and I've been getting them fairly regular. So, and they're not going for too much money, which is good. I'm just missing like a lot of the Dynamic Forces Gold Holofoil covers. So if anybody's watching on Internet Land who has any of these that wants rid of them, message me. My email address will be in the description, and it's the email address I use for this. It's the only reason it's there. So yeah. So yeah, I got a bit out of the thing of there. Panels, yeah. I was going to talk about comic panels, wasn't I? That was it. So, question number 8. What's your holy grail? Now that differs from what's the thing, what's the latest toy that's out and stuff like that. Your holy grail is that toy. It doesn't have to be doesn't necessarily need to be a rare thing or an old thing. Just that one thing that you cannot seem to find anywhere. For me this year, it's going to be the original Star Convoy. If I get the original, I'd much prefer the reissue, and I'll tell you the reason why I want the reissue, not the Age of Primes one, although I still need that. The reason I want the reissue is because the reissue they gave him gold chrome on the crest on his head and on his chest as well, I think. And the Micromaster Hot Rod is a lot better painted as well. So that's the version I want. If I get the original version, great. Absolutely, I'll be over the moon with it. But the reissue is the bit I want the most. Grandis is always on the cards, but that is an expensive that is an expensive toy. I mean, I got a Brave Max, not Brave, a Grand Max a few years ago, missing most of the bits, but I own a Grand Max, and I own a Black Zarak, and I own a Victory Saber. You know, these things I wouldn't have got if I didn't go to TFN. You know, which will be another question later. But yeah, so what is your Holy Grail? Tell me. I'm interested, because Holy Grails can be, you know, somewhat personal. Was it a toy that you had as a kid and it's just been eluding you for all these years? Excuse me. Yeah, is it a toy that you had a few years ago, when you was a kid rather, and it's just you've not been able to find it since? You lost it, or somebody stole it, or whatever, and it's just disappeared into the ether, and you want to get that back. Action Master Prime's on my list as well. Would be nice. I had that as a kid, vanished into the fucking ether. Although I've got a couple of the bits of it still. So yeah. But yeah, tell me, because I'm a nosy fucker. Tell me. What else? Question number 9. Are you a veteran or are you a noob? And what I mean by that is, are you returning? Or is this year your first time? Or was last year your first time? Tell me. Because I've been doing this since auto assembly, since 2009. So I've been going 17 years, apart from the years we don't mention, you know, with the unspecified virus from unknown origin. Yes, I've been going every year, and it's because of... Oh, actually, that's another question. I won't go into it too much. But yeah, I go every year, and it's because I love it. You know, without it, I wouldn't have the things that I've had. I wouldn't have seen the things I've seen. Because, not to toot me on horn or anything, but in 2009, Greg Berger was talking about on stage last year. So if you saw him talk about it, I was in the room when he did the... because the story goes... Okay, let's do the story. So back in 2009, I'm mulling around, and then a certain Mr. Wallace says to me, "Oh, we're going for food, do you want to come?" Yes, is the answer. And in the Birmingham city centre, where the whole old hotel was, over the road was a takeaway. So we go over to the takeaway, and we get food. And I heard the guy say, "Do you want salt and vinegar?" And now, salt and vinegar on a fucking takeaway is so wrong. It's orange fish and chips, but I got a burger and chips. And I heard him say salt and vinegar, but my brain instantly went to chip spice. Now, for those of you who don't know, Hull... And it's starting to spread out, but Hull is the originator of American chip spice, even though that's kind of bullshit. It's kind of like paprika salt almost, with a few herbs and spices and that in it, a bit of garlic, and it goes on chips, and it makes chips taste amazing. You may have had it before, but so we'll go back to the room, and then Dave goes, "Oh, we're doing a podcast. Do you want to come and join us? Do that?" Yes, great, fantastic. It's on YouTube. So we're talking. And we're talking away, and I just go, "There's no fucking chip spice on these chips." And everybody went, "What? What are you talking about? Fucking chip spice? No chip spice." Don't worry, that's my stomach. Yeah, it's yeah. So, and then we knock at the door. There's Greg, and he comes in, and he's regaling us with stories of Wally Bear and all the others, and you know the fact that you know what he was doing to audition and all that, and it was like the most special thing. Like, it was just lightning in a bottle, and it was just one of those things. It was you know, I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and ever since then I've been trying to outdo it, and some years better than others, but and then it became TFNation. Well, rather TFNation carried it on, if that makes sense, because Auto Assembly had ended, and then TFNation took its place. I won't say replaced it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so TFNation rolls around. It's 10-year anniversary this year. Holy shit! And then so it's so every year we've been going, and it's just every year they seem to better themselves, and bless them, bless Billy and the whole gang, the organisers and the volunteers and everybody like that. They put fucking so much effort into these things. It's crazy. It's crazy. But they do it because they want to do it. They do it because they get satisfaction, because we're happy, makes them happy. You know what I mean? And the stuff that they've got for us over the years is just absolutely just insane, but brilliantly insane. You know what I mean? and the amount of effort that goes into them. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that too much now, but so yeah. So I want to know: is this your first year? Are you returning year? Are you been coming as long as I have? You know, tell me. So comes into question 10. Is this your first time? Yeah, I know I said that in the last question, but what I mean by that is how did you come across TFNation? Did you just randomly search for UK Transformers conventions? Did you see one of my videos, one of Knowles' videos, or one of the myriad of videos of, or did you find a TFCon video and then as you were scrolling it went, oh, what's this TFNation? I'll check that out. Oh, it's Birmingham, it's only down the road, I'll go next year. Or even though they just had one in Manchester, unfortunately I couldn't afford to get there. It's just, you know, one of those things. But anyway, yeah, it's. So I want to know if this is your first time. I want to know, because that leads into the next question. Why TFN? Why did you pick TFN? That's going to be for me. Go back to auto assembly, right? So okay. So how I got involved in all this, right? So I'm not affiliated with the convention at all. I do these videos because I like to do the videos and I like to get the hype train out because I love going and it's my favourite thing all year, you know, and I get so excited about it because it's got me through some bad times over the years. I'll do a video about that later, but oh, excuse me. So I was going to come to TFN regardless. When auto assembly had finished, I was coming anyway. You know, as soon as they announced it, I was like almost the first person to get a ticket that year. But anyway, so excuse me. Sorry, let me just have a drink. One sec. Oh, all this talking makes your mouth dry. Anyway, so why did I pick at the time the other convention? I'll call it the other convention. So why did I pick it? Because I was watching a lot of people do YouTube, and the people that did YouTube videos then don't do them anymore. You know, there was people like Dave Carl Prime, Andy Cobber Commander, there was Silverbolt, there was Opera G1, there was the Dwarf Porn Star, Rain George, there was a few. Anyway, so how I got to find it out was I was watching one of these videos. Then somebody mentioned somebody else. So I checked those videos out. So they mentioned somebody else. I checked them. Then whoever it was last mentioned Dave. And then I watched Dave, and Dave mentioned he had a podcast at the time called The Moonbase 2. You may remember it. And they had a podcast on, and I was just playing games on my laptop, my old fucking massive laptop back in the day. Like that thick, it's fucking ridiculous. My new one, it's no wider than that. It's crazy. So anyway, talking about then the subject came up, and then he went, "Oh, we've got Greg Berger going, and Ian James Collett from Beast Wars, you know, Cheeto from Beast Wars was going," and my thought was, oh, Birmingham, it's only down the road, really, reasonably close. I could go to this. It'd be so fucking cool. How often am I going to meet a G1 voice actor? Was the impetus of going, and yet I met Greg about 4 times now, and he's going to be in the Battersea Power Station as well. Is it this weekend or next weekend? Soon, anyway. So yeah, and I thought, how often am I going to meet a G1 voice actor? Was, like I said, the impetus of going, and I went down, and then ever since then, every year without fail, apart from the 2 years we can't mention, but yeah, it's I just fell in love with it, and it wasn't just the thing itself, because I've been to conventions on my own in the past, and I've never been back because either it's been rubbish, or just a guest work thingy, or it was just one of those just expensive, you know, doodahs. Sorry, my screensaver's going to kick off in a sec. Shush. Yeah. Because I went to a con down in Slough at Heathrow Airport, and it wasn't the best, shall we say. It wasn't Transformers. It wasn't really a Star Trek convention, but they had a lot of Star Trek actors there. They were brilliant and everything like that. But the whole convention was very odd. You know, nothing ran on time. You know, none of the guests knew what they were. None of the organisers knew exactly what was happening. It was one of those. It was just basically a fucking shit show. You know, and then there was a bit of controversy. Some of the attendees had got into a fight. Somebody essayed somebody. You know, I mean, I don't know how true that is, but that's what the rumours were saying. It was, you know, very strange indeed. So I didn't go back, as you can imagine. But yeah, it was, you know, a very interesting thing. And then, like I say, I chose TFN. Well, the other convention at the minute, but then TFN because it's how often I'm going to meet G1 voice actors and Beast Wars actors and Prime actors and every actor under the sun, you know, that's been in the Transformers, you know, and comic book guys and you know, and going every year and getting to know them a bit, you know, and just chatting to them in the bar and stuff. All that, I fucking love that. It's one of those things I can't quite quantify, if you know what I mean. It's just, you've got to see it to believe it kind of thing, you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm having another drink. So yeah, right, so the last question then, question 12. What are your other geeks? And what I mean by that, do you like, you know, we all like Transformers, but what else do you like? Do you like Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, comic books, video games, anime, zombie movies, Godzilla movies, you know, all that sort of stuff, vampire films, you know, and what is your other geek? I mean, for me, it's all of those things, quite frankly. Not necessarily anime. I'm not the biggest anime fan, I'll be honest. I tried watching One Piece recently. I just couldn't get into it. I watched the first 2 episodes, and I honestly couldn't get into it. But what I've been watching, I've been rewatching Stargate SG-1 because it just popped on Netflix. I have it on fucking DVD somewhere around here, and I just hadn't seen it in a while. And I went, yeah, there it is. I'll stick it on. And I've been watching Stargate SG-1, and it's fucking great. If you've never watched it and you like your sci-fi, Stargate is a great show to watch. I fucking absolutely love Stargate. Babylon 5 is the next rewatch, I think. I haven't watched that in a long time. That's a great show as well. Yeah, so most things sci-fi, geekiness. I've been rewatching a lot of Simpsons as well recently. I forget how good that show was. Not so much these days, but in the golden era, as it's called. So seasons 3 to 11, I think, is considered the golden age. You know, the Marge versus the Monorail was one of the best ones, and Homer Bad Man is, quite frankly, possibly the best episode of The Simpsons. But they're all good though. They're all good. So yeah, so that's the questions then. I hope to see all of you, lovely humanoids, respond to these. It would be nice. It would be good because it's just another thing about these conventions as well. And one of the reasons why I make these videos is because there's a thing of, right, you can only experience something your way, so you can only experience it, and you know, you could be doing so. You could be in a panel where something's happening over there. People are doing this. People are doing that, and then when you see these videos back, because if you are a newbie this year, I mean, I'll get into it. I'll do another video close to the time, but basically, what I like to do is, because I do what they call thoughts and boughts videos. So I do. That's not my. I stole that from the Mr. Yeti. Shout out to you, mate. So basically, it's more of what did you buy, but it's not like it's right. Okay, it's never dick waving, as it's called. You know, it's not I spent the most money, so that means I'm the biggest fan. None of that. It's nothing to do with any of that. What it is kind of like an insight into your head. It's, well, I'm a big RID fan, or I'm a big Prime fan, or I'm a big Beast Wars fan. So you collect, you bit of everything. You know, like me, I'm a bit of everything. So it's kind of like seeing that, you know, kind of an insight into your head. Like, why did you buy that figure? Because I needed to complete this guy. Oh, I needed. I just like the look of it. Just this and that. And then my thoughts videos are like, well, this is what we did. We got there Thursday. We did this. We played that. We had a right laugh. We went for food. We did this. We spoke to this guy. We did that. And you know, and it's kind of because that way you get a. And then when you see people's videos of walking around and stuff like that, you get a sense of the whole event rather than the event from your eyes, if that makes sense. You know, because you could be sat in the bar for a good few hours and miss a panel, you know, because it's happened. We all do it. We all just go, because I remember one year, it might have been the first year actually, we sat in the bar, we've been sat in the bar, right, so I went up to get a shower, went for food, come back, sat in the bar, and we're looking like, oh, we've got an hour before the cosplay contest. Okay, well, we're chatting. So we're chatting. And then we went, this is before they did the Club Con thing. It was just before that. Although that was a thing, but they weren't doing tickets for that yet. That makes sense. So, and I said, oh, we should check the, the script reading. And then somebody said, oh, that's been finished. That was finished 2 hours ago. I'm like, wait, what? Looked at my phone. Like, holy shit, it was. So we just got chatting, and it happens, you know. I mean, yeah, I was disappointed, but was I disappointed we'd been chatting? No, because we played. What did we play? Zombie Dice, which is a very weird game. But yeah, and oh man, it's just I freaking love this thing. So yeah, so when you come back from TFN, before you go, I want to see all these things, and you know, you're excited that you're going and all that. But also, I want to see what you bought, what you did, videos, you know, footage of the whole thing. So it should be good. So yeah, so thank you for watching this video. Thank you for responding in advance for filling out the questions, because, like I said, I'm a nosy fuck. I want to know. But yeah, a big shout out to all my subscribers, all my new subscribers as well. Thank you. Big shout out to all my Patreons. I had to think of the word then. Big shout out to all my Patreons. Thank you. And if you'd like to be a Patreon, I've got some cool rewards over there. The link will be in the description. For $1 a month, you can have your name in the credits. Helps out the channel. Hit like, share, and subscribe. Hit the like button. That will tell YouTube that you like my content, and it would help out the channel greatly. And it would be absolutely fantastic to see you all at TFNation. So I will get off, and I would love to see you, and you, and you, and especially you right there who's watching this video at TFN. So yeah, so I will catch you all later. And if you are watching this, you are TFNation.
Unleashing the power, tearing through the night. Transformers in my hands, ready for the fight. With every single figure, I gear up to transform. Soundwave SG-1, bringing thunder in the storm.